Alright, we got a curse seed here, which is awesome. Alright, Sentient with Fracture. It's taken everybody out except one. So it could be a tough one. I mean, I'm still of the mind lately that Wormkin is always going to have some sort of line. But we'll see. Of worth note is that Explosive Sentient, I think, is sometimes doable here. Mentioned it before, might as well mention it again. Alright, well, defense is definitely taken care of. We got Sap and Echo Infusion. That's a ton of defense. Pyre Grows are pretty... In a sea of what I think are pretty bad uncommon Awoken drafts, we hit one of the good ones. So... And of course, Ensnare is like the god tier one, but I think almost every other card that I can think of at uncommon for Awoken is pretty bad in my experience, for the most part. Sometimes some are situationally good. Like Awake can be good, but most of the time it's not, for example. Ensnare is always good though, and Pyrogrow is usually good. Okay, we got Scourge Fell, Serve the Patient, and whatever that data list is. Who cares about data lists? I mean, I haven't lost a data list since the Great Famine of 92. Alright, this is a tough choice, because Cultivating is like immediately what is just always going to be good, but I mean, we got a Wormkin at the first steal. We do have Wadwood Sap for what that's worth. We have Wormkin at the third or fourth node steal, but it's opposite really good node. I mean, keep in mind, Herzl Horde when Wormkin is there is really good. And obviously an Unstable Vortex is pretty decent. It's pretty good. Well, it's like the best node, pretty much. We also may not even want... Well, we're probably going to want an Awoken unit in most cases, but we'll see. This is a tough one. As much as I want to, like, force Explosive Sentient, the safest pick here would just be Cultivating. I'll tell you, like, the type of node that would make me go Explosive. First node's really good. I would need, like, a Wormkin at the second node, and it would have to be, like, somewhat enticing. I mean, if this was a... So, for example, if this was a Wormkin banner right here, along with this one, I think I go Explosive here. But since this Wormkin banner is so unenticing with that Merchant of Steel and such a good node there, I kind of don't want to plan on hitting that Wormkin banner. Between this Wormkin banner and this Awoken banner and a Cultivating Sentient, we're almost certainly going to have, like, some sort of game plan. And, you know, for what it's worth, I would say into Patient, Cultivating would be better if we end up just throwing it away, whereas Explosive does nothing if we throw it away. So I think we'll do Cultivating here. Even if it was Spikes, I'd probably take Spikes just because it's Scourge Fell. So this is just... I think I really need to see double Wormkin to go Explosive, just in a general sense. Or it could have been Wormkin at the fourth, but it would need a better node. Like, it would need to be accompanying better stuff and not be opposite such good stuff. Which I don't even know if Ring 4 can actually do that. Ring 4, I feel like the banner is always with the Merchant, but I could be wrong on that. Light's Gift I just don't think is that good into Patient. It can really screw things up if only Patient is hitting you. Wing Steel is just always going to be pretty decent. Yeah. And we're probably taking the money, even though we're definitely taking this. That would be a reason not to take the money, is to, you know, want to keep it at 15 instead of 20 shards, but nah, that's not happening. Cultivating Ring 1 almost always will leak, but Fractures might help us a little bit there. We're going to do the unit draft. We're going to definitely pay some Pyre Health for this, so that's just how it's going to be. Alright, this is happening, I guess. I think just stacking it all on the unit would be better. I don't know. 5, 5, 5. Maybe not. Maybe we want to kill that immediately. Can I be greedy enough to do this? I think I can. And we might as well just stack these, actually. Damn. Didn't want to give up a fracture there. Oh well, it is what it is. We'll do that. So we'll do this. We only do this. I don't know. I guess we do it. Just trying to make sure we don't die to the boss. Yeah, he's just gonna have to hit us twice. Yeah, we pay a lot of pyre health. Explosive would not have paid that much. It's worth making note of. Oops, didn't get the extra health. I don't think that'll matter with the 11. With the 11 regen there. Would have been also good for explosive pink and restore. That's like you're getting real lucky there if you went the explosive route. May still take it out of these. 16 pyre health. Like we do need to like do damage to tanks, which we currently don't do. It's pink and it's decent, so we take it. And same story here. It's pink and decent, we take it. Granted, a proclamation would definitely help with killing tanks. I just don't like an uninfused proclamation. This will kill tanks as well. Oh god, Steelsinger. Okay. That's a weird choice. I suppose we just take Steelsinger. I mean, we have a pretty good deck for it. We have the restores, the detonation, and the saps. Low pyre health kind of sucks, but I mean, out of these choices, it's got to be Steelsinger, right? Worst comes to worst, it's not a horrible infusion if we miss on the Wormkin unit, but get like an Animus of Will or like a Sweeper. Whereas these aren't that great essences. First Akin I used to like a lot, I just don't. I don't do it that much anymore. I think we still go this route. I mean, we want to look for multi and maybe a essence or some sort. I don't know what essence would really be good on Steelsinger, though. We can add 25 health. Alright, what's this? Eggs. Wow. Big egg. I'm a firm believer that if you don't have Marsh Lord, you just don't take Bog Deep Cocoon. And I don't think the essence is that good. Though, if I'm being honest, probably pretty good into the Steelsinger. The only downside is I wouldn't be able to fit one mid-floor, but I think often with Steelsinger you are only running 2 of them a lot of the time, and you don't run the second one until the very end of the game. And just putting... I mean, the only downside is if I take this unit, I'm not fusing it immediately, and I may not even fuse it at the next one, and that just hurts my scaling on the Steelsinger. It also makes it so I can't draw it turn 1, which I really do want to draw it turn 1. So it's just hurting me a little bit more with the 16 health. So I don't think I'd take it. For example, I would much rather just get a Woken or Animus of Will. I think it's a much better essence. Then I can still eventually play 3 if I wanted to. I think this is a skip. There is an Endless in the shop, but If we have a Steelsinger, we may as well just make that work. I could also hold out for a quick. If there's no multi, quick and multi is pretty good. Maybe not against Seraph the Patient, but I don't. Also, just having multiple shields. A Steelsinger plan is pretty good in a Patient. I don't think I would pay for quick right now, to be honest. So let's just do the 25 health and then hold out for a multi only. All right, it's large stone anyway. Let's take a look at this. I think this precious plating is pretty good. I think it outdoes the prototype. Yeah, pretty sure it does. It gives me the early game help with still giving me late game help where the prototype doesn't really. Do we need this money? It's going to cost Pyre health. It's fine. It's going to hurt my Ascension. Let's put Sentient bottom floor, I guess. I don't know. I take too much damage if I go mid floor. It's going to be a tough one, though. I'm going to be taking a lot of Pyre health here. I'm glad I took the thing. Here, let's take that out. Do that. I think I still want this money. We got a lot of Pyre health here that we can work with. Sure did lose a lot though again. That made me do 30 less damage. That was not smart. Trying to get another heal there. Interesting. Well, pink razor sharp edge is usually good. We skipped our Wormkin unit though, and this is not a unit draft. I don't think pink matters to us currently that much. We seem to just be a Steelsinger deck, really. And if that's the case, Glimmer is probably what I want here. Especially, yeah, I mean, we have the big hits with Steelsinger, but the AoE clear with Glimmer would be nice. And that would give me more reason to want to go to this Merchant of Magic and hunt through the Animus of Will. I suppose I could settle for an Animus of Speed. Either way, we're taking that, because I want to get it some damage. Even though, you know, all things considered, I don't think it's ever wrong to take a Bounty Echoes. We might as well take it just in case. So I really don't think the Hellvent wins here. Yeah, there's no way. You don't want to Hellvent your Steelsinger until later when it's got significantly more stats. It's just too hard to scale both of them. Eternal Stone Wildwood Sap almost is enticing. Almost. -2 and intrinsic. Alright, a very easy choice here. That's huge. Now we don't, like, sometimes I find with Steelsinger, you're pretty reliant on finding a multi-strike in the shot, but if you got this, then I'd say okay. Yeah, I lose 15, but that is not going to matter in the long run here. Now, I'm going to do it immediately because, again, I just want to draw this unit at turn 1. And I want to immediately be able to do stuff with it. It does put us to 50 shards right now, but we got 40 health. We're not losing Relentless. We're just going to survive the leaks that we get. I'm going to go here first. I might get... If I get like a trap door or something, I would want that consume removed. Okay. What's my best purge right now? It's looking to be Steward. Yeah. Rare Awokens are okay, but Wormkins are typically better. But, I don't know, the Rare Awokens right now could be especially good. Is that true? I feel like Unleash the Wildwood's the main one. I think Awokens Railspike could be okay given that we have the Pyrogrow. I could even just take a quick refresher in a logbook here. Awoken, Rare. So, Railspike could be good. Channel Song could be okay eventually, but not really. Unleash Wildwood is the big one we would want. Wildwood Tome would be okay. Adaptive Mutation, maybe. That would give me damage. I don't think Spores is good. Cycle of Life is pretty unnecessary, given that I got a 0 cost that does the same thing. So I said not too good there. I think 3 cards I would like, in particular. So keep in mind, we only get 1. We have only 1 choice, so Wormkin Spike would be okay. That would be a complete brick. Accelerated Incubation would be... Echoes of Past would be okay. I just don't think we would need it that much, but I would take it. Eternal Kinstone, the same thing. I'm like, I don't really know if I would take that here. Perfect Insanity I would take. That would actually be a really good card to find. So that's on the really good. I would put that equal to actually anything that I saw in the Awoken. This is the best card so far, is Perfect Insanity. Because I just need to kill stuff with the Echoes. Wormkin Spike in the same sense is useful in that regard. It's just not as good as Perfect Insanity. Symphony of Soul we don't care about. I don't care about like doubling my regen. You're never going to run out your regen anyway. You're going to kill the boss before then. Etchings could maybe be okay. And Unearthed Remains probably no good here. But definitely I think the Wormkin is looking better to me. Wormkin Spike, it's takeable. We'll take it. Yeah, that was one of the okay ones that we wanted. Wish it was pink, but, you know. Not something I would really Eternal Stone either. It's a one and done. Problem is, if I just don't think I'm going to do the Wildwood Sap. I'd much rather just 0 cost some of these. Plus 10 we'll put there. Another 10 we'll put here. And Poop Frost. One thing I really like about It's Tangalicious' modded clan is it actually makes Permafrost a pretty enticable upgrade for a lot of cards. Just a little side note I thought I'd throw in there while it was on my mind. But yeah, in the base game, I can't remember the last time I bought a Freestone, you know? Large Stone I've bought more, for sure. Is the Restore still the best thing? I think I like making the Restores 0 because I redraw them, they don't consume, and they are pink for what that's worth. Which right now is not worth much, but, you know, for what it's worth. So I think there's 0 chance we're going left here. We would just be hunting for multi, which we don't even need that much anymore. Might as well go to the right. This steel I could for sure hit, though. It's got the Vortex with it. I don't know, though. If I have a lot of money going in here, I'll probably hit the Trinkets, because it's got a Horde along with it. This steel really sucks. Hellvent, Vortex, Concealed Caverns. This steel's really good. That one we hit then. So I think we don't hit any, even though this is a Vortex, I don't know if we'll hit that. For sure we hit this steel. That'll be one where we can look for multi. But other than that, not really. So it's, yeah, I'm just kind of planning out what we're doing here. Long story short, we should spend money on a Purge because we're not going to be hitting a shop up for a little bit. Keep that money, though. Anything else here? You know, if I was thinking a little bit more, I would have actually considered -2 and Consumer Move on the Wormkin Spike. If I could do it over again, I would have done that play. I just haven't done high shards runs typically lately. So I saw 50 on Ring 3 and it kind of made me hesitant to go to like, I guess it's really not much difference between 65 and 50 though. We're already in Shardville for this point in the game. we start with this, put this here, put this here. And that's another great reason to make these 0. I mean, any of them 0 would have been a great reason too, but it's especially a good reason there. Oh, you want to double drop me, do you? Well, that's fine. Already the 0 costs are paying off. I'm going to do this. Boom. Come on. I know you can get clicked. This is probably worth a Wormkin Spike. Every single heal is going to go into Steelsinger. Come on. We don't need any echoes here, so that's fine. 1. 2 times 2 isn't enough to... Or 2 times 2 is not going to kill that. Let's just put it here, because I don't think I'm going to be able to do enough damage to get through to that. But we'll still prioritize all the heals. Okay, he's dying. Does this change anything? You're still alive. We just want to focus on this guy, though. I knew there would be a certain threshold there. I don't know. If he's living, no need to, you know, keep him alive there. It's going well so far. We're already doing pretty good damage. $195 health, not bad. Not bad. That's going to be pretty good. Is there any reason to do Wormkin etchings instead? That, no. That, not really. That, not really. These would be the only things, these last 3 cards. But, yeah, it's not going to beat out Wildwood Tome. Yeah, well, I mean, there's definitely stuff on this run, I can say. I mean, right off the bat, I'm just thinking back through. Say for whatever reason you didn't get the first unit draft and you didn't get the Steelsinger. There was still eggs, like you could use that egg. There was a pink Razor Sharp Edge. There was Animus of Will. There was Husk Hermit. There's this Shattered Shell and another egg. There's Thorn Hollow, for what that's worth. There's definitely stuff in this run. But yeah, we're not taking any of that. I could see argument for Ember over the draw. I know I have the Pyrogrow. Maybe I should be looking into intrinsic on it. I did see that one intrinsic. Wormkin Spike has a little bit of extra value there as well. I think it is Ember since I have the Wing Steel. And because eventually I'm going to run 2 Steelsingers. Lost Luggage is not that useful to me when I'm losing 3 Ember on the start, but it's probably still better than Minehorde. I don't know though, like what am I really... benefit? I guess I'm getting Pyrogrow if I don't get intrinsic on it. That'd be the only thing I can think of. Maybe Minehorde's better here. I don't know. We're gonna go with Lost Luggage. That's not really the top tier stuff we're typically looking to find here, but whatever. -2. I could do that there. Remember last... Oh, we have the intrinsic. Okay, let's do the intrinsic here. Why wouldn't we? So... 10 there, 70. I'm going to make sure I don't accidentally not have enough shards again. How many Merchant of Magics am I hitting? Actually, only one. That makes me less wanting to do that -2. I was like, I can -2 it in hopes that I get another consumer move offered. And what else am I going to spend my shards on, though, you know? If I never get an Awake, and I never get another -2 offered, then this is the best 15 shards I can spend. So let's do it now. Do it now. Always go full cultivate. Spell shield only matters for one of our spells. I got 90 fire health. I'm going to put that to my advantage. Okay. We're going to, instead of doing the quick, we're going to just keep doing heals. As many as possible. No matter what they are. If it's a heal, it's going on me. Guy's dead. 56 by 2. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put this. Well, or I could do. What's more useful to me? Fracture and then that? I think it is. Yeah, it actually killed that guy. Maybe I should have spiked. I don't know. Maybe I should have focused on this floor, maybe. Probably should have done that. I don't know. Yeah. I definitely should have. Especially because I couldn't fracture them this turn. Yeah, it is what it is. Could be taking a lot of damage from that guy. Let's put our damage into these fractures then if we can. I'm gonna do that just because it gets me an extra proc. Shit. Definitely focused on the wrong floors with that that spike. Wow, am I really not killing that? Yeah, I still got a lot of HP at least. On the bright side, I'm doing shitloads of damage. 69, nice. Alright. Ooh, that's a choice. Pink Awake with 3 temples and 1 Merchant of Magic. So that's usable. Restoring Retreat could allow me to take 3 Steelsingers though. How's the Hellvents look? So we're definitely hitting that Hellvent. And I could actually Hellvent the Steelsinger at that point. And then get a 3rd one. If I can do 3 if we got Restoring Retreat. It's going to be pretty useless to me until then, though. So maybe Awake is better. I really don't need more than 2 of these. They already got Multi-Strike. I don't know, though. I didn't really hit on any big removal. Or at least I didn't invest in it, because I didn't take the Proclamation. Maybe I should value Proclamation more. Tough to say. I feel like my Wormkin game is pretty good. And I've gotten there by largely avoiding Proclamation, but that doesn't necessarily mean Proclamation is bad. It just means that I was able to really not use the card that much. But maybe it's pretty good. I just feel like the price is a lot to pay sometimes for the one-time nuke, but it's still pretty good. If I don't hit specifically a -2 right now, this Awake's pretty hard for me to play. In the same sense, though, it's still more playable than the restoration or the restoring retreat. The restoring retreat is only useful for. I mean, it's useful against patient, I guess. I can use it on patient to get him away from my guys sometimes. The awake has more upside though, and I can definitely just. I don't know. I don't have any big heals right now. I mean, I guess this is a big one, restoration detonation, but it's not as big as it needs to be. And I may need some big heals, and awake would be it. I get -2 here. I could also get a, for hitting the trinkets, I could get a split anvil. I think it's awake. Return souls is always good. Yeah, we'll do that. Alright, let's get those. Oh, root split mask. That's really good. That's the only awoken one I'm that excited to see. Maybe there's a few good. Maybe I'm too hard on awoken's artifacts. There's definitely some good ones, but there's some real bad ones too. Look at that, we hit. Boom, just hit. Alright, awake has now become real good. 90, and we'll get 100 there, so we don't actually have to take any more shards unless we really want them. Definitely not rationing scales. Treasure skill's alright. Alright, definitely taking that. If I'm taking that, I can still reroll. Got a lot of money. That's worth a reroll. And those are not worth my money, I don't think. Mandibles, maybe. 62 fire health, though. You know what? I'm not spending money coming up. Let's get the mandibles. If they're useful, and they are. It is actually worth my money in that sense. Stealth boss. I don't think we're at all worried about that. Giving the enemy money, or giving the enemy attack is a little risky, but the prize is money, which is really good. Even if we're not spending it immediately. This is good because of that final trinkets. I mean, we're Wormkin after all. We got a root split mask. I'm not too worried about this. Alright, you're going mid for sure. If I can click you. Oops, missed out on a pink there. That's okay. What do we want to do here? Oh, okay. Well, might as well do it like that, I guess. If I want... Yeah, let's do this. I can't actually play Return to Soul here because everything I had didn't really work. I don't think we're going to redraw this in time, so I'm just going to play it now. Might as well, right? Got a little Warcraft 3 music in the background for today. It really isn't that complicated with Steelsinger. You just kind of put every heal on as possible. You live with the damage that comes your way, and that's kind of it. Has a really good serrated mandibles. Alright, they're all dead. Let's go here. Didn't actually really want to do that, but whatever. So I am not quick yet. That doesn't matter because I got so much heal. Like, I'm not afraid of getting hit by that. I don't want the Sentient to die here, but I suppose, like, I could throw an Awake its way, but maybe not. I think we just want to get as many heals on what's his name as possible. Probably should have put that on that, but whatever. We're quick, we're fine. Yeah, we got 24 regen. This guy only does 24, or only does 15 attack. You do the math there. You do the math there. Who's going to win? I could do quite little damage, but I happen to do 103 by 2 on top of that. But I wouldn't need much damage to beat him at this point. Give it a little bit of this. Well, I already have the root split mask, so ensnare isn't like super necessary. It is maybe less awkward to take a restoring retreat at this point, if I really want to go with the 3 Steelsingers. The thing is, on this Hellvent, do I want to Hellvent a Steelsinger is the question. I already got him up to a pretty good amount of damage, 116 by 2. I could probably live with splitting my Steelsingers here, or I could Hellvent like the Awake, because that's actually pretty good. And then do the typical final Hellvent of the Steelsinger. It's just kind of hard to play out 3 Steelsingers, if I'm being honest. I think I just take the ensnare. You never know. Second Return Soul, probably no. This is probably a skip. Power of Knowledge would be okay, but it's really not that good of a card. Relatively useless here, but whatever. We really don't need 2 of these. I could keep 1, just because it's patient, you never know. Probably get rid of a Fracture. Just one of them. I really don't need to remove cards at this point. Alright, Scourge fell. Hopefully we haven't underestimated it, but let's see. I'll try to, I guess, get some money from that. This is why I'm saying it's awkward. It is actually pretty awkward to have 3 Steelsingers. I think we only would need to do that if we hadn't gotten our multi-strike, maybe. I will probably Wormkin Spike this turn, so that was kind of pointless. Here, let's do this. Alright, I can work with this. We'll do that. I don't know. I should have put that on the boss. That's kind of pointless. Oh well. I messed that up. Whatever. The Fracture could have killed if 1 out of 4 of the mandibles hit. Do that just to kill the Scourge. That Alabaster Guardian is still alive. I value getting my damage more than I do getting the gold. I'll do this though. Yeah, that guy's 20 health. Purge doesn't actually count as consumed. Guess that makes sense. Rip. Sentient. You will not be forgotten. I have a hunch we're gonna win this one. Just a slight hunch. I almost should have like left this guy with more health so that I could get more regen procs. Pink spike. Worth. Now we go and do that. This is our Merchant of Steel to hit. So we got a 50-50 at the thing. Another -2, nice. Look at that. That's how you do it. Flawless. Flawless pathing. Draft gauge would have been good had I got the things. I mean, I'll still take it. You never know. We might get offered you know what coming up. I think our need of fractures has gone down quite a bit at this point out. Last fight was the most one we needed. Really nothing, I think. At this point, I probably wouldn't put it on that spike if I'm really trying to try hard here. Which I think I will. We're just going to go through and get the surefire win here. For 20 armor is the best general one. That's fine. Just means we're going to take some hits from these shade wings, but that was going to happen no matter what. So, oops, I fucked that one up. I didn't do the consumable on the right area. Yeah, I don't think the I'll just do this to get the consumable hit. I could actually put that in front, then it dies to consumables. I think that's fine. We don't want to get hit by the big shade wings. If we can at all help it. Ah, come on, you motherfucker, you piece of shit. I don't know why I thought I only needed... Oh, here we go. Perfect. Exactly. That's totally remember that I had one energy left. So that's all part of the plan. Trust me. Alright, they're dying. Let's do the consumable there. Consumable there. Consumable. Consumable. I can survive that, right? Either way, this is probably worth killing. I was like, maybe I could kill though, because I could prevent this hit here, but we don't really need Sentient to be alive. It's just kind of like the honorable thing to do. Let's see, maybe I can take one of them out. Might want to kill these guys before they get to us. I don't want to underestimate them. Yeah, that's good. I guess we could have used this to kill as well. Ensnare has many uses. Engraft ain't half bad, neither is Focus Growth. Do I have the Ember to play Focus Growth? We do have a Merchant Magic coming up. Which makes me want to do that, because it is pink. Revenge of the Damned is worth taking. We're thinking about Divinity now. -2, I could actually just put that on the thing. That's probably what I'll do, we'll see. Or if I can get... Was that Consumer move? Okay, Karuska's absolutely getting taken. Decayed Decoy probably gets taken. No, that was Permafrost. Boo. Tell you what, either way I'm going to do it like this. Damn it, double stack, you bastards. You bastards. Okay. I guess I'm not going to do the thing then. We never did find a piercing for Clamor. That kind of sucks. Alright. We will get you duplicated now. And we're actually below trample. Not that it matters at all. But, yeah. Firestone Housing. Not really. Lightstone Casing. A little late. A little late for me doing that. Do I want to double stack any of these? I don't think so. I don't think I really want to make them more Ember intensive. Which means I only really... I mean, these trinkets are literally useless to me. So... maybe Concussive Coals? I don't know. And then I'll make one removal on a Fracture. Okay, I mean, we should be good to go. This is fine. Alright, we didn't start with 2 Steelsingers, so that's nice, but we hopefully won't draw right into one. You're gonna go there. Okay, we don't draw into it. Definitely gotta get you healed. Give me 2 procs of heal. I am gonna do this just to kill that. Might as well keep Sentient alive for as long as we can. This is where it's awkward. Oh right, I have Karuska. I need to remember that. Let's do this. I'm gonna hold that spike. Which doesn't really make sense for me to play it here. Alright. I think it does less damage if I don't kill that, so... Here, let's give you that. Just get rid of that card. I don't want to incant him any more than he needs to be. I'll do that, I guess. I do love the sound of restore, don't you? I sure as fuck do. Let's get rid of this. Put them all into the top unit here. I can somehow have the bottom one die, but I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe. He doesn't have that much health. Yeah, let's do it like... Try to do it so that... Well, here's a question. Do we need the scaling more, or do we want to actually, like, win on score more? Let's see. Yeah, I guess maybe there's a world I could have... You had 77 health. Here, let's do this. Oops, fucked that up. So I'm gonna do this. Yeah, he died. Okay, let's give him the last heals. Boom. Okay, we'll do that like we should. Can I take one of these to the bottom here? Let's take the one with higher damage at the bottom, I think. I want to put you mid so you hit twice. I did unfortunately draw both of these here. That's another shitty thing I just noticed. Can do it like this. Whatever. They're dead at least. Not the most ideal though. This is a little closer for comfort than I would prefer. Hey, but you know, this just shows you only really need one, don't you? Yeah, why don't you stick around? Yeah, you only really need one, whatever you call it. Bastard. Here, we'll leave that sap for later. Well, I don't really want to take one damage now in the name of score. Okay, we can get... oh, it doesn't kill it, really? Did I forget to add damage to this thing? I think I did. You don't take this and not add damage to it. I mean, I should have Surge Stoned it, if anything. Just noticed how bad that was. Let's go like this. Alright, well, we'll do this. And... Alright, I think we're over the questionable point. We definitely have one to run now. There's, you never know. There can be moments of doubt, but yeah, we We did it just fine here. Alright, no flying kill or anything, but that's typically the case here. Alright. Well, yeah, it was pretty straightforward pretty early on. I'll just have to see what people did. You know, I think when you start with restores, Steelsinger that early is like pretty automatic. You can brick on quite a lot at that point. It's the root seeds where it's questionable, so we'll have to see what's going on here. Alright, so the other player that won, yeah, Steelsinger. Though I will say the Thorn Hollow, unless they're playing specifically Dusk's Rebalance mod, unless they're doing that, definitely I wouldn't do the Thorn Hollow essence there. There's got to be better stuff. You know, that 10 spikes just doesn't do anything in the Divinity world. Other than that, it is a bit different. They got a lot of returned souls. Maybe they went with the book or whatever. Doesn't look like it though. They only did it with one Steelsinger too. That's pretty impressive, honestly. Like, because they didn't hit the. Because they got Kevin's gold, but they didn't hit the. Well, they hit it. I can see they bought the Notice Stone, so they must have chosen not to buy the Rooted Mask or whatever, Root Split Mask. Yeah, this is interesting. I'm trying to think like where is the main damage source here from? Because 257 by 2. You know, just one of them. I guess it could work. I mean, if you look at that last run, did we really need the Steelsinger on the top? Probably not. And this one is at least as power. I think the one we had the stronger one on the bottom, so it's a little less damage, but I don't think that would matter that much. They have a little bit more invested in actual card removal with cards. Removal of the enemy with cards, shall we call it. I guess they got the wing clippings, so they're getting a lot of Trader's Quill procs on top of the Notice Stone. And Notice Stone actually doesn't etch, it looks like, so it actually would work well with the wing clippings. So, yeah, I suppose it works with the damage that they can output there. So this player... See, I think if you take a Steelsinger, you gotta Hellvent it. They got to Seraph, so they obviously should have had at least the opportunity to get that Hellvent. But there was one right before it too. So yeah, I don't know what they Hellvented, but it wasn't the right choice. I can just say that because it should be Steelsinger, absolutely. And if you took the Husk Hermit to like help with the mid game, that's fine, but by the end you should probably remove it in favor of another Steelsinger. If the problem was that you can't fit everything onto the floor, then I think just abandon ship on the Husk Hermit, because I mean, where is the scaling for that Husk Hermit? It's just not there. There's one Razor Sharp Edge, it's not on holdover. And that's it. I guess the Sentient as well, but I mean, you could even keep the Husk Hermit and just put it on the floor with the Sentient. That works too. Of course, And here's the problem now. Because they took the Bog Deep Cocoon upgrade, then they actually can't do that play. So that is one problem. Assuming we actually Hellvent the Steelsinger. So I think the biggest mistake here really is just not Hellventing the Steelsinger. Even though we've kind of proven that you can technically beat it with just one of them, it's going to make life a million times easier if you have two of them, especially against this patient. You have another big body, and if one happens to die, the other one will get the job done. They got pretty good card drafts otherwise. I don't think I would take the Kinstone, even though you have the Keeper of Echoes essence there. That's really not doing much. A 1/1 on Inspire is pretty low. Still like a good idea overall, but if it's dying the patient, it made it somewhat into Relentless. I don't know. I don't really know. The 155 is pretty low, so maybe they didn't focus on building up the Steelsinger enough as well. I do see maybe a lack of healing cards. I don't know. They got held over Awake at 2, or at 1 cost. That's pretty good. So Min has the Steelsinger. I can't really, I talk crap about the Bog Deep Cocoon essence, but like I said, it works here. I just didn't really want to, because the funny thing is, I would have been fine off doing it. It wouldn't have been that different than my Multi-Striker. The Multi-Striker is still better, but yeah, the Bog Deep Cocoon would have worked too. It's funny because the main reason I didn't go it is because I wanted to do 3 Steelsingers potentially. But I think that would only happen if I never found the Multi-Strike. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm just going on tangents here. This seems like it should be decent. Like, I don't know why it died at Fell. It died to Relentless. Maybe you could add, let's see, maybe a slight criticism. You could add the 25 health to this thing. Would help a little bit. I don't know if that would be the difference maker. -2 here. Probably not worth it if you're not comboing it with a shop. I think a speculative -2 on the Wildwood Sap is wasted, but there are worse things you could do with your shards for sure. I don't know, I'm trying to pick out anything that stands out, and nothing really stands out. It seems like a pretty good deck. So I don't know what happened. Seems like a pretty good deck to me. Can't really conceptualize why this lost. It doesn't look like that massively different than my deck would have at this point. Other than I had potentially a better essence on the Steelsinger, but not that much. You're still trampling at the end of the day. I suppose, though, Multi-Strike in the context of beating the bosses could be pretty relevant, so that could be a thing. And then this has Enemies of Will, Thorned Hollow. It could work. I assume... I don't know about the Self-Infuse and the Thorn Hollow, though. I'm not sure that's worth your pip, because now you can't... I guess they're playing Sentient with Animus of Will, which makes sense. Here's my problem with that, especially with you got the Keeper of Echoes. You're wasting resources because you don't really have all these characters on the same floor. I guess you do once you restore and retreat, though. So there's an eventual plan that works out there, but it might just take too long to get going. You could draw stuff in the wrong order, and it makes it pretty awkward, especially against Scourgefell if you're not killing the Scourges. That's maybe my guess of what went on here. It's a it should be able to win. I do have to wonder, though, because I'm seeing, it has the Razor Sharp Edge. I don't know why it necessarily loses. It's like I feel like maybe Scourgefell does weird things. I mean, it's like it's the one that will get you by surprise. So it's hard to say because when I look at these decks, I really think they should be beating it, but obviously something went wrong. I mean, everybody seems to be largely on the Steelsinger. This last player did not go the Steelsinger, which I don't know. I think if you took that trial and you paid the Pyre Health for that, absolutely take the Steelsinger. I just don't really see any deck where a Thorned Hollow would be good. I guarantee you the Steelsinger would be better, for sure. Even if it's factoring in things like Scourgefell. I mean, just to put it in perspective, if Scourgefell is what killed it, then Thorned Hollow actually isn't significantly better enough into that fight to justify it over the Steelsinger. And this one dies to Cliffguard. Well, this just seems like they didn't pull the trigger on the Animus of Will into Steelsinger fast enough. I would say that could be part of it. You're literally getting twice as good of a Steelsinger out of that, and you can get it scaled faster. It's worth the shards for sure to do it early. I don't know though. I mean, other than that, it seems pretty good. I don't know that it should lose. Keeping the Will and the Steelsinger separate though certainly is weak here, especially without the Razor Sharp Edge. That's all I can think of though. I've already blabbered on long enough on this one. Fun seed. But yeah, I think Steelsinger, it takes a little bit, I guess, to really get confident with it. But once you do, you know that you're going to win with it most of the time. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching. Until next time, peace.